Right.
One of the things that I see with certain judges, and it's an appealable issue, but not a lot of people do it, is there's something called judicial vindictiveness. And basically, if the judge is punishing you for exercising your rights, then that can be reversed on appeal. So whether it's, I'm not going to accept a plea and I'm going to make you go to trial where there's a 25-year mandatory minimum, or whether the judge uses the fact that you claim that you enter a plea of no contest, but you still claim that you're innocent, and they say, well, you haven't accepted responsibility for what you did, and give you a stiffer sentence, that all falls under the umbrella of judicial vindictiveness. And like I said, it's appealable. I haven't seen many cases that have been appealed on it. There's been a few. I'm doing some research on it. But it is improper, and there are mechanisms to go ahead and get that reviewed.
Yeah, but by that time, that's the problem, is the process is by that time the person's sitting
Yeah, like Johnny
sitting
said,
in for a year. You know what I mean?
your client's in jail for a
You
year.
have to play the game by a different
Well,
way.
what about, you made up a great point. I mean, in reference to, you go from Dade, Key West, Duval, Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Martin County, all of them have different procedures.
Right.
You can't do a no contest plea in some of these counties as you go further up 95.
Right,
You can only take a guilty plea,
right.
which, to me, you have the same crimes, same ways they're committed, even worse
Right,
and lower as you go further south.
right.
And you can't take a no contest plea, and it affects you for the rest of your life, because then, you've pled guilty now to a charge that, like,
Right.
you either got to withhold on or some type of, the judge says, I don't accept that,
I know.
which is, and at that point in time, what are you going to do? You're going to go to trial
Right.
because they won't accept a no contest plea?
And the basis of the whole U.S. Constitution is uniformity. Like, at least amongst the states, at least amongst the districts, you have uniformity, some sort of uniformity. If there's not, that could trigger federal interference, and like they're literally routinely doing it.